What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ello and you're watching Ello Build. Now today is a very special day. You want to know why? Because this will be going in. My last video I posted was kind of drawn out to explain the benefits of running an F series compared to a K series, and I so happen to be going the F2K route. Going to show you how I'm going to be doing everything. This is all very experimental. I'm trying to make it cost effective and user friendly, so if you already have K-swap parts, you could use the F series. You would just need certain little things that I'm going to be fabricating with the help of others, so it's available to you guys. So what I have here to start off with is an F2K adapter plate. I'm going to be mounting this onto the F20. As you can see, it's kind of fronted on there and seems like it could work without an adapter plate, but I mean, the starter doesn't really line up and none of the dowels line up, so we are going to use the adapter plate. I am making this. This is going to be used with the mount kit that I will be offering, but for right now I'm going to be experimenting with existing K-swap mounts. So these are pretty much full K-series mounts. So this is from eBay. I'll put a link in the description below so you could check out what I actually purchased. You could use many options from EG, DC, EK. Just give you like a relative look on how these mounts are. You can see the mounts, the welds are a little thick, I would like to say, but they don't look too bad. I put some tape here so I don't scratch anything, but I mean, it's all fits relatively, you know, easily. Comes with hardware. I mean, the kit is pretty cheap. I mean, I spent probably like 250 bucks, not even. And you know, you get the full kit. I mean, these are the mounts. Yeah, they don't look too bad. But I'm going to mount the mounts and pretty much try to get the F series into the engine bay. I got everything, you know, pretty much bare, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I just want to get this motor in. I've been prolonging it. I'm sorry, guys. You know, my last video was a little deep, but you know, due to the certain situation that's going on, I felt like I had to speak out and kind of, you know, get that off my chest. But now let's get back to the project and what this channel is all about, which is building cars, racing, having a good time, and showing you my experience and my journey, what I have going on here. So that's what we're gonna do. Gonna put the mounts on, gonna drop in the motor, see if it bolts in. If everything's kosher, if everything's good to go, then we go on to the next step, which would be actually fabricating the bracket that goes on the timing side of the motor so it could bolt up to the existing K-swap mounts. So it's not going to be anything that you would have to get separate. So if you already have a K-swap and you're, you know, want to try something different, and you could get an F series relatively cheap, or whatever the case is, you have a K-swap already, you could already use your mounts that you have. All you would need is the adapter plate that I'm offering and the bracketry that I'm also going to be selling in the kit, along with wiring that I would also have to do as well. So it's going to be a process, but you know, I'm showing you guys how it's all done. So if you want to do it, you know, just follow along, or you could just get everything off me and then go from there. But you know, I want to do this. A lot of people always keep telling me, you know, why don't you just put a K series? It's easier. You could have the car in already, but you know, everybody has a K series. I've done it many times as well, and I'm just over it. Just really like the F series. So let's get to it. Okay, so as you see, this didn't come with any instructions, so I have to like assort everything pretty much on by order and what matches up. and kind of hope for the best. But you can see all these bolts are all different sizes and width, so I have to figure out what goes where. I was able to figure this one out. I mean, this was relatively easy. But yeah, now it's the mission of matching bolts and holes. All other good stuff. What are you doing? Huh? Say hi, dude. Dude, look at you. We just bathed you yesterday. Jeez. Hey. Alright, so I removed the fenders, I removed the bumper, just to make sure when I put the motor in, nothing gets damaged. Also, the Stage 21 fenders, I'm not going to be using them anymore, for obvious reasons. So they are up for sale, whoever is interested. I'll be posting up on sale. Just follow my Instagram, LO_type_R. I'm going to put OEM fenders back on. You know, I'm trying to make this look OEM as possible, plus a little bit, just a little that little razzle dazzle. I was lucky enough to get a brand new windshield cowl. Now they are discontinued. This one isn't that bad, but I mean, you could see they're all chewed up, discolored, you know. And brand new is always best. So shout out to ICB Matt for having a few available. I was able to get onto the deal because I think he only had like 5, and as soon as he posted up for sale, I hopped on the deal. So ICB Matt, ICB Motorsports, check them out if you need anything, OEM or JDM. They have everything. So let me just show you what I have here. Let me turn this down. Brand new inbox, left-hand drive cowl. So I'm gonna take that one out, put that one in, and be as careful as possible because I don't think I'll find a deal like this ever again. If I learned anything from Matt at Obsessed Garage, is the little things that count. So I'm gonna put it on, and even though it's a very subtle thing, it goes a long, long way. This is the old one. You can see I got this missing here. This is all torn up. I mean, it's just brand new. So, I mean, there's really no comparison. This is all worn out and cracked. So I was lucky enough to get one from ICB. Cowl, and it looks a million times better. Now, why are you like that? Literally in the way. Alright, let's put the motor in. Alright, so I mounted the adapter plate. Now I'm gonna mate up the transmission with the motor, the engine, whatever. Transmission is bolted on to the F20. Now this is loose. I got to put a few bolts here to hold it down so it doesn't come loose or come off, because that wouldn't be a good time at all. So this is all, again, experimental. I'm putting it in the motor. See see if everything fits, get all the bracketry that needs to get done. And then once all said and done and it's all bolted up to the chassis, then I'll drop the motor. I'm gonna rebuild it, clean it all up. Same thing with the transmission. I already have a transmission for this setup, so this is all just to this is like pretty much my dummy motor that I have that I will be using later as well. All right, so the F20 is in the building. Don't ask me how I got it in here, but basically I just jacked the car up real high and just pulled it underneath. But now I gotta get the engine hoist, get the straps lifted up. I gotta put the other half of the casing, start getting to this thing. I wanna see this thing bolted on today. Let's go. I'm going to lift up the motor with the hoist. I got everything set up. Now it's a moment of truth. Mind you, I did this all by myself, but I'm sure many of you have done swaps on your own. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever you identify yourself with, the F20 is in. Finally. Everything on the trans side bolts up fine, no issue. Now on the timing cover side, I gotta figure out and make a bracket that bolts up to this mount. So there's a hole here, and one back here, and I'm gonna try to figure out to put like a plate and then make a bracket so the mount sits on it. It would be more or less like this. Somewhere along those lines right there. So the bracket will be up to here, bolt up to this mount, and then the K-Series swap mounts will work for what I'm doing. These mounts are relatively cheap. I'm just doing this to get everything right and in order. So once it's 100% bolted and mounted, I'm going to switch my mounts to most likely Hasports because they are better quality. But for the most part, everything looks pretty good. Back here, I still have to do the intermediate shaft bracket and figure out a plate up in this area, but that's not going to be a big deal. And you could use also the K-Series intermediate shaft. So it's all going to be readily available parts, all OEM, and it's raining, and it's time for me to get a beer. Celebratory beer. There it is, an S2000 motor inside a Type R. Now this is a very rare sight. I haven't seen one in a Type R personally, but maybe there's one out there, who knows. But I put the bumper back on, I put the OEM fenders back on, and it looks more respectable now, I would say. Alright, so that's pretty much it. An S2000 motor inside a Type R. Now, if you like what's going on in this channel, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys like what I'm doing to the Type R, if you don't like, if you're a purist, you know, let me hear from you guys. So, that's it. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to get a lot in more depth with this project. Hello out.